Shout out Beware. What up, though? And it's your favorite Pistons podcast, Pro Wrestling Talk for the Pistons fan. Want to find out more about our show, like where to order our official t-shirt or how to follow us on social media? Visit our Linktree /PWTPF. That's linktr.ee/PWTPF. And thanks to our premier sponsor, ticket-barter.com. See you at the seats. I'm going to tell you something that really, is crazy about the WWE releases is it's the same time, and it's every year. It's like a tradition for them. It's like I work for a lot of companies, and I've worked through layoffs, but layoffs aren't every year. Like, I've been at a company, I was at a company 8 years, and they did one round of layoffs. It wasn't like, hey, right after the Super Bowl every year, we clean it up. That in itself has to be a hella morale drainer. Like, we're on the road to WrestleMania. You know what that means? The layoffs are coming. But I've used this analogy before. You know about the one where the guy, he buys a snake, he finds a snake on the side of the road. That's what he doesn't buy a snake. He cares for the snake and everything, cleans him up, gets him back healthy and everything, and then y'all know what happened. The snake bites him, and then he looks at the snake and he's like, "Why did you bite me? I found you on the side of the road. I took care of you. I willed you back to health." And what does the snake look at the guy and say? What does the snake look at the man and say? That's right. That's what the snake says. You knew I was a snake when you got me. That's what he says. So that's my first point in all of this. I know it's like, oh man, some of you had your favorite wrestlers in there, but at the end of the day, they knew, hey, you knew I was a snake when you got me, right? So they knew who they were working for. So I don't think it's as much as a shock to some. It's just like, dang, I was on the list. You know what I'm saying? And that leads me to my second point. We only know what gets reported to us, and we only know what gets posted on social media, and we only know what gets said on the Chris Van Vliet podcast and all this. You know what I'm saying? 3 sides to every story, mine, yours, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, of course, when I come out with anything, I'm going to be show myself in a positive light. It was like somebody made this critique of Straight Outta Compton, the movie. They were like, it's like everybody that's alive came out with everybody that was still alive when the movie was produced had a positive light shown on them at the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? It was like, we're not going to bring up anything negative about me, right? And I can't front. I probably do the same thing. A part of me would probably want to do it if I was fired or laid off. Just be like, man, they told me one time and blah, blah, blah. And, just go completely cray. I'm not defending it at all. I'm just saying, we're not there, right? And there's always this thing of, maybe they asked. Maybe it's not Mustafa Ali. Remember, he was like, man, I got to get up out of here, dog. He was just like, yo, please get me out of here. The point is, I'm just saying, this may not be bad for some people. And they may be like, whoa, sorry. That's where the phrase, hey, it's Wednesday. You know what that means? Brody Lee was like Luke Harper, he was like, I'm really trying to get up out of here. The other thing I want to bring up is, it's kind of crazy. In the 90s, we just didn't know. I was listening to an interview, I told you, wrestling, basketball, that's my lifestyle. That's all I do in my free time. I was listening to an interview with Sherry Martel, and she was saying that she got released in whatever year from the WWE. Rest in peace of Sherry Martel. I ain't know. Do we just know too much as wrestling fans? I just okay, Scary Sherry stopped showing up. I didn't. It wasn't even registered in my mind. Okay, I didn't know. So yeah, it was over 20 wrestlers, right? And I'm saying all that to say, if some of these wrestlers had just kind of stopped showing up on TV, would you have really noticed? I'm just being completely transparent. Now, yes, I will bring it up. Some people, especially the way the internet is, they probably have little trackers, AI and things like that. But I'm just saying, with your natural, just watching the show every week, I'm just gonna blank wrestler. Oh man, I ain't seen him in a while. He must have got fired. And I'm not saying this about anybody. I don't think anybody just unexpectedly just deserves, especially if they're following the rules and everything. But I'm just saying, you guys been at work, and it's just always that guy that can't connect the dots, or young lady just man, this is not a good worker. You'd be like, hey, meet me at the back dock, and then they'd be like, at the front dock. You'd be like, where y'all at? You're like some. Let's not negate that for a boy, right? Some of these people man, been great on screen talent. You met them before. You're like, hey. And they just man, listen, we done told you 100 times, wear black tights. So you keep showing up in Val Venus, pink and teal. I'm hoping they did it with a little bit of class, but again, this is the same company. Who did they fire and they just sent a trash bag to their house? How you gonna put all the stuff in a trash bag? This is the same company that, CM Punk got his separation papers on his wedding day to his wife that also worked at the company. I don't want to like say like, oh man, they did it with the classiness, but I'm hoping they have warned them like, hey man, we keep telling you we're black tights, you know what I'm saying? The list is coming up and you know, you might be on it. Another thing that's interesting about this, to my knowledge, again, I only know what's reported, like, they never, like, or rarely, like, offer, like, Motor City machine guns, for example. I know they're over 40, you know, and stuff like that. Shout out to them. They never say, like, hey, we just gonna pull you off screen. Would you want to be a producer? Would you want to be an agent? Like, that's a huge organization. I'm sure there's plenty of things to do that could use someone who actually worked in the ring. So, I don't know. Do they ever do that? I would love to have a restaurant and say, like, hey, we're just going to take you off screen. You can either get released or you can become a writer, right? Do they ever say that? I know this may sound like really corny or anything. No, it doesn't sound corny. Like sometimes God just has other options for you, right? Your path. Like for me, I would just like run ticket barter all day, record my podcast and everything like that. But my like where I'm succeeding at is academia. Like I continue to have opportunities come up. I'm continue to ask to be on committees. I'm continue, and so I have to go with that flow. Like I heard this saying, you can't outrun your calling. Like that's the bottom line. So maybe this is just not the space for you, and it's hard to sometimes bite that bullet. So now it's just like, okay, I do the podcast, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna be mad at X Pistons podcast. Like, yeah, thousands of listeners, they got sponsors, blah 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 blah. I'm just like, I can still do this. Nobody said I couldn't do it, but God is just saying right now, hey, that's not the path. I would love for the Pistons to have WWE night. Call me and say, hey, Joe, man, we want you to be the in-arena host for WWE night. You're like the voice of Pistons, pro wrestling fans and all that. But I guess that ain't happening. That's just not happening. But guess what? I'm like banking in my other endeavors. Like really, like it's like cool. It's like, all right. And the people that listen to the show, like, man, that's cool. I get to text them. I'm still building up a small community. It's just like, hey, like guys, you can't outrun your calling. And I'm not gonna try to outrun it. And I'm forever grateful, like seriously thankful to God, because I'm like, dog, I know I used to be that guy. I used to look at people in academia and be like, that should be me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so like, I know it's somebody like, right, way smarter, way for publications. And they be like, man, F this dude couch. Look at Swerve. He was in NXT and now he's over in AEW. He got some big contract. He main evented All In or All Out over there in London. Like, dog, like imagine if he would have just never stepped away and been like, look, I'm gonna just try this for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just crazy. Look at Athena. Athena's over in ROH, and really, that's the only reason to watch ROH. One of like, I don't want to say the only reason, but like, I started watching Ring of Honor because of Athena. She like, I'm gonna wear this like title run, and I'm gonna wear it proud. And everybody that you really talk to, like, yo, Athena is banging right now, like all the way. Like, she might be pinnacle of her career. Matt Cardona just leaned into the wrestling podcast thing like all the way. Then he went on like an indie run that was crazy. Even back when I was on social media, he even commented on my stuff. Like, Matt Cardona put in that work. Like, seriously, like I would almost say, man, his indie run was legendary. And of course, you know, Cody. Like, who can forget Cody? Just Cody. That's it. Just, hey, he was out there. And who are you? Just Cody. And the dope thing about that is surround yourself with good people, because Cody, his wife, was down for it. She like, all right, this is what we about to do. Like, and so when you have yourself, like, that's why I don't even, like, people are like, oh, you got a show about Pistons and pro wrestling. It's not for you. I surround myself with people that are very supportive, right? His wife was like, all right, let's go on this indie run and shock the world. Ain't that what Breezy say? How you gonna hate from outside the club? You can't even get in. That's the track where Lil Wayne say, I've been tight since God and light. Good Lord, that's way back there.